My name's Chupi, and it is my actual name. It's also the name of the company. I've worked in fashion for nearly 8 years now. I started out as a dress designer and found out that what I love most in the whole world is making gorgeous, sparkly things. Looking back, we were always looking forward. I love gold and all the beautiful gemstones in the whole world, and my main influence is nature. And the idea that we should be a more beautiful version, that when you wear something it should make you look more amazing. I was really, really lucky. I was one of those kids who always knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to make things. So I'm making the samples, and then they'll all go out to all the stores and we'll have our orders going out everywhere. And the first thing that sells, I could kiss the person who buys it, because it's the idea that something you love and something you've made touches someone else, you know, that they get it.
More and more people are trying to stay away from the high street stores that are just giving them mass-produced, disposable clothes. We're an online vintage company, and we also have an online journal on music, arts and pop culture. I come from a construction background myself, so I kind of fell into this job out of the passion for vintage clothing, but also because of the recession. And I think that goes hand in hand with the type of clothes that we're trying to sell, because people can't afford to buy as much high-end stuff anymore. So we're trying to give them something that's affordable, sustainable and ethical. And that's what Revolver Project's about.
If I'd gone into the current fashion industry here in Ireland, you reach this glass ceiling where you're not allowed to break through. You have to stay within constraints, whether that's budget, whether that's brand constraints, whatever. So you're not allowed. I don't think you're allowed to actually be as good as you can be, and that's why I had to start Indigo Cloth. What we do is try and bring in brands that haven't been here in Ireland before, so we try and always have them exclusive to the country. We work with brands with a similar ethos, and that ethos is not like mass consumption, it's selected distributors for a particular kind of niche in the market where people care a little bit more about how the products are produced, the quality, and then having it to themselves to a degree where they're not going to walk into their friend in the bar and come across the same thing. Indigo Cloth is a brand, and underneath that brand we've types of businesses. So we've fashion retail, we've a magazine, Tread. We also do magazines and publications for other people, and that leads us into the studio. We've a really talented bunch of designers, web developers, and we're working on some interesting projects. And there's a spine that runs through all of that, and one can integrate with the other, and that's what makes it interesting at the moment.
I love the idea that everything is made in Ireland and not mass produced. We're keeping all the manufacturing here, we do all the gold casting here, all the silver casting here, all our gemstones are set here. That's the point. Yes, the high street's amazing and there's loads of incredible things in it, but if you're buying it all and it's all made in China, it's not very useful, is it? I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, there's a generic, you know, there's your ring and 3,000 other people are going to have that ring. No, it's like, you know, 30 of something and 10 of something. We want everything to be kept here. Let's keep all the skills. Let's have all the people here. You know, so you're buying a Chupi necklace and you're going, okay, well, we're supporting all these people.
Everybody involved in the Revolver Project basically were avid vintage collectors. We'd often shop in the UK and Europe, and I just kind of got the idea from people coming up to us and asking us where we got certain pieces from. And I realised that there was a market for high quality vintage clothing if it was like styled in a contemporary way. You can pick clothes that influence you or you've been influenced by and put them together. It doesn't really have to be from one era. We're trying to give people the option to shop from various different eras and match the clothes together, giving a style clash and creating something that's unique and new. It'll arrive in a neatly packaged, recycled brown paper, tied and twined to give it a bit of a boutique feel. Not only are we like creating something for young people, but also I think that there's a gap in the older generation as well.
The one thing I'd always say about the fashion industry, be it in Ireland but worldwide certainly, is it's probably one of the most difficult industries you'll ever encounter. Every day is a battle. You can only open your doors and hope that people walk through it, no matter how big or small a business you have. So what we try and do is create an environment that people really want to walk into, and we try and manage the business around the fact that it's Dublin, it's Ireland, we have a certain approach, we have a certain realistic expectation. I always find it fascinating when other companies don't have the same expectation.
I'm not an artist, I'm a designer. I like making beautiful things that make people happy, and that's an incredible feeling.
What fashion means to me, what it conjures up, is growing up and looking to express yourself in certain ways.
For me, fashion is a creative business. It allows you to express yourself, but it's a business at the end of the day. And if you don't sell what you make, it doesn't matter how creative you are.